Good evening. Thank you so much. Hello everyone, good evening. Yep, we are finally going to talk about this very sensitive topic today. And who do we have here? Welcome anyone. As soon as you get in, you can come in and say hi so I can shout you out and say hello to you. Thank you so much, Pastor Anu. Thank you so much for joining. If you come in, go ahead and say hi so I can say hello to you. Thank you so much for joining. As soon as you get in, go ahead and say hi so I can say hello to you. Thank you so much for joining. We are going to be talking about something very, very sensitive this evening. If you can hear me, let me know so I would know everything is perfect and okay. If you can hear me, let me know. So we're going to be talking about something very, very, very sensitive today. Thank you so much, Chooks, for joining. Thank you so much, Naza. I really appreciate this a lot. It means a lot to me. Thank you so much for joining. As soon as you get into the house, give a shout out so everyone can know you're here and say hello to every other person. Thank you so much. Pastor Noah just said, speak out for the world to hear. Go girl. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate this so much. Thank you so much, Ada, for joining. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone for joining. I want us to go deep. This is something very sensitive. This is something that every one of us should stand up for. This is something that even if you, one way or the other, I'm sure you must have heard of this, but that culture of silence that we have in our society, that culture of silence that we have around us has made everyone keep shut. Nobody wants to talk about it. Everyone feels it's a shameful thing, especially from Africa where I come from. We believe that these are things we shouldn't talk about. It happened to a child. Let's forget about it. Move on with your life. Without understanding the effects this does to that child. It takes away his ability to say no. It takes away the person's pride. It takes away their esteem. People that have conquered this had to work a lot. They had to work very hard to get through to where they are today. So this is something every one of us should talk about. Hello, Obi Naukwa. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining. Hello, Stella. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you. I really appreciate everyone here. Thank you so much, Ma. I really appreciate. Hi, Elvis. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So I would want every one of us this evening. This is very sensitive. This is an area of some people's life that they feel like, oh, I've closed it up. I don't want to talk about it. But yet they are still suffering the effects of these things. These are things that if we don't understand the effects and the damage it can cause for more kids, we all keep short about it and other kids keep being harmed and their lives are at stake. Let me tell you, while I was going through making researches on this and even having experiences come through my mind and also hear other people share experiences, it was really very hurtful for me. Now, I want to explain something to you. Do you know that out of every 6 boys you see, 1 has been sexually abused? Out of every 4 girls you see, 1 has been sexually abused. Do you understand what that means? I was just imagining and I was like, if this is Ebola, do you know that a whole nation would have been wiped out now? Hello, Adedoyin. Hello there, Miss Stella. Thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate it. Now, one thing I want us to understand about this is that every single child is at the risk of abuse. Now, when I show you different ways kids could be abused, you'll be surprised. And before we get to that point, I want to explain what Speak Out is for me. Now, Speak Out is something that I'm very, very passionate about. Now, for both kids and their parents and how they can help. For people, I would call them conquerors. I wouldn't call them just survivors or survivors. I would call them people that have conquered abuse. Now, I'm calling them conquerors because I believe they are going to conquer whatever experience it is that they've gone through. Why do I say so? Now, because a lot of kids are at risk, parents have a lot of work to do. And because some people have gone through this, a lot of people have gone through this, also, there needs to be a lot of work done on their side. Now, what is the plan about Speak Out? Speak Out is something I intend to do to help both parents And it's something I intend to do to help people too that have gone through this, to help them conquer it. Why? I intend to do this, and I want to create a community of people with like minds. So if you would want to be a part of helping speak out concerning child sexual abuse, I would love, you can inbox me and I will share the ideas I have in mind, and you share yours, and then we can put hands together and go against this. A lot of people have gone through this, both male, female inclusive. So it is something very sensitive, but something that we really need to talk about. Now, somebody will be asking, what are we even talking about? What is child sexual abuse? Now, abusing a child sexually could be in different ways. Number one is, normally this could be properly having sex with a child. This could be manipulating a child and masturbating with a child. This could be taking naked pictures of a child. This could be doing different things to a child. Any single thing that affects the person's sexuality in a wrong way, this is child sexual abuse. Now, if you're not the person's, now the funny thing about sexual abuse is, if I tell you different ways a child could be abused, you'll be shocked. And the kind of people that could abuse a child, you'll be shocked. Now, statistics shows that 93% of people that abuse kids are people that know the child very well. And this could be family members. I heard a story of, I was reading a story of a girl. She was actually abused by her grandfather. I've heard a lot of stories of people that were abused by their fathers. One girl was actually lamenting because she was abused by her own mother. Now, one thing I want you to understand about sexual abuse is kids can be abused in different ways. In schools, like in classroom, I remember some things and I'm like in classrooms, kids can be abused by their own classmates. That's another thing. Another way kids could be abused is that they could be abused by uncles at home. Kids could be abused by their friends, classmates, uncles at home. Lesson teachers that you bring to teach them in the house could also abuse kids sexually. Neighbors could abuse kids sexually. Your house help, you see, almost everything. Kids that do sleepovers. Oh, I wanted to go sleep over in auntie so person's house because mommy is traveling, daddy is traveling, our family friends just go do sleepovers in their houses. Those could be ways your child could be sexually abused. You see, literally every single thing that surrounds a child. Sometimes it could be Sunday school teachers in churches that abuse these kids sexually. Now, I know this is very sensitive. It's something so many people don't want to talk about. But because it's real, and because we are not talking about it, or because we are not doing anything about it, it keeps happening and the damages are increasing day by day. But we can't keep short. Because if we keep short, things will keep going wrong. So, yeah, silence means consent. And because of that, we're going to do something about it. I want to know if what I'm saying is not true, if what I'm saying is true, and you understand what I'm talking about, or you want to relate what I'm talking about, you can. I want to know what's going through your mind. I want to know your comments, and I want to know what's going through your minds concerning this. So, as I was saying, literally every single thing that surrounds a child makes him vulnerable in one way or the other to abuse. And this means that parents have a lot of work to do to protect their kids from abuse. I'm going to be doing different sections with this live broadcast where I'll be sharing a lot of things parents could do to protect their kids from being sexually abused. And then I would also be sharing some things that if you've gone through abuse before, sexual abuse as a child, and you are still facing the effects even as a grown-up, what is it you can do to help yourself? What it is you can do to get help or something? You can always send a message on Facebook. We could have a Facebook chat. We could talk about it. And if you want someone else, another counselor that you can also talk with, I can help you and link you to someone that you can talk with. This is something that has caused a lot of harm, even for adults that went through it as kids, and they decided to, overlook it. It's something they decided to, okay, let me just keep short about it and move on with my life. But now, when they grow up, I'm going to share some of the things they go through even after they are grown up, and it looks like, oh, this is something that happened in my past. Some people still go through the guilt, the shame, and the blame of the abuse. They feel there was something I did wrong. They feel there is something I didn't do right. They keep blaming themselves for it, but it's not your fault. We're going to have a Facebook session where I would explain to you and make you understand why it's not your fault. And this is what I'm going to do with our Facebook. Also, another thing that for adults that have gone through abuse, something else that they could feel is intimacy and relationship. They could have difficulties in their relationship because they still feel hurt. They still feel that there is something that like, I'm not free with males or I'm not free with females, one thing or the other. So this is something else we're going to talk about too. And then another thing is that they lose self-esteem. They lose self-esteem because they feel that they are not good enough. Why did it happen to me? Why me? Why am I the person it happened to? Maybe it would have happened to someone else. I would let you understand that there are experiences in your life that doesn't make you less of who you are. Instead, that thing that has happened to you ought to be a message for other people to learn from. Hello, Elizabeth. Thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate that. So I want every one of us, like, different things I'm going to help you understand as someone that has gone through sexual abuse as a child. And then for parents to prevent your kids from going through sexual abuse. It's something that every parent should learn. I was going through it and I'm like, there are a lot of parents that never ever get to tell their kids anything about their sexuality. Nothing about their sexuality. Instead, they create this privacy, they create this guilt about sex that even kids, when they get hurt, they never want to tell their parents about it. Now, when many kids grow up and they feel okay, something went wrong, maybe I should tell my mom at this point, and they tell them, guess what happens? They tell them, keep short about it. Never tell anybody about it. This is an abomination. This is that. This is this. And this is what happens, and everyone keeps short about it. Yeah, thank you so much, Elizabeth. Please go ahead and share this video so that other friends can join us. Please go ahead and share the video so other friends can join us. This is something very important, very sensitive, and something that every one of us should learn from. Now, why should a child that has gone through this, instead of you as a parent to look for ways, how can I help my child? I don't even know what this person is going through. And guess what? Keep short about it. Don't tell anybody about it. This is a thing of guilt. It's a thing of shame. If people should hear that this thing happened to you, do this and that. Look, that a child has been abused does not mean anything that it stops him from being who God has created him to be. From this platform, I want to make people understand that your experiences are just soils on which whatever thing God has given to you will grow. It does not determine who you are. Do you understand? Now, if you've gone through sexual abuse before as a child and you feel like this thing is hurting me, this is doing this is doing that, you can find help. Yes, exactly. Elizabeth said some say it's our family secret. Look, keeping that as a family secret, I'm going to share a story for you. And this happened in a family, and the husband was abusing the daughter. Like, the father was abusing the daughter. And when the father was abusing the daughter, the mother found out. She kept short about it. The girl, after all the years of being abused, she grew out of the abuse. And guess what happened? She never ever confronted her father because she was still feeling the guilt, the blame, the shame of all her experiences. Then finally she got married. She got married because she didn't want to stay in the house anymore. And when she got married, she gave birth. And her kids went for holiday in their grandfather's house. And guess what happened? The grandfather that abused the daughter started abusing his grandkids. Why? Because she never said anything about it. It was after her daughter, because she created an opportunity for her daughter to share her experiences. After her daughter said, this is what grandfather did to me. As a little child, the mother got very hot and began to speak out. Now, I'm not saying anything like that would happen. But I want you to know that there is a release you get when you speak out. there is a lift you get when you speak out. When you speak out, you seek for help. When you speak out, you ask for help. I've seen a lot of young people going through a lot of things now, going through rough relationships, going through a lot of things, abusive relationships. Why? Because their ability to say no has been taken away when they were kids. They were subjected to something they didn't like, and they couldn't say no. They couldn't tell anyone because they felt it was shameful, and they still go through it now. And this is not peculiar to women alone. This is not a women platform. It's a male platform, because I've seen a lot of men. In fact, guess what? A statistics was done in Nigeria, research was done in Nigeria, and it was found out that all the abusers that were so-called locked up, most of them were abused. An abused person becomes an abuser. That is the worst part of it. Most of the people that abuse kids were abused. So it's like a ripple effect. They keep abusing other people. Why? Because of that culture of silence. Maybe if they spoke out, someone would have helped them. Maybe if they spoke out, they would have gotten a counselor that would help them out in that situation. And that is what this platform will be doing. Now, I'm going to come on live, and I'm going to, in detail, share a lot of things with us. I will be, by God's grace, I'll be going to Nigeria, and I intend to keep spreading this message. We're going to be sharing flyers, and we're going to be visiting schools, and we're going to be sharing these things with them. Now, this is an opportunity to ask for people if you would want to join in helping people to speak out, encouraging people to speak out. I would want you to send me a message on my Facebook. Send an inbox. If you want to share your experience, beautiful. If you want to help these kids out of this, beautiful. Now, I want us to do something that will cause a change concerning this. Look, my aim is that kids will be free. My aim is that even adults that have been abused will get help. And that's the essence of this. So I'm pleading with everyone that wants to be a part of this, make sure you send me an inbox. If you want to be a part of it because you want to share an experience or something that would help someone, we're going to be writing articles. We're going to be making posts that would help people. Yes. And the intention is that as much as we can, we can help, even if it's one person. I know we can help more than one person, but even if it's one person, we're going to help that child out of that abuse. Or we can help that person that has been abused. And we're going to create a team. And one beautiful thing about this is this. I want you to know that whatever experience it is, you can be a message. Whatever your experience can be a message to other people. Please, what part of Nigeria? Now, this is what I intend, right? If I have like, okay, someone say, oh, maybe I would like to bring you to this place. Maybe we would have to do something there to encourage people or something like that. I particularly stay in the East. I stay in Enugu. But if we have like a number of people that would want us to come and share this with them, I do not mind traveling to that part of Nigeria to share this. So we have a lot of things to talk about. Like, if you hear some of the details every parent should know concerning their child, starting from the fact that as little as 3 years old, you should start teaching your child, hey, someone should not touch you here. You should start teaching your child, this is this. Don't use funny names to call private, but whatever it is, call it what it is. Stop making these things shameful for the child, because that is where they begin to feel guilty and ashamed of all these body parts. Let them know these things from when they are little. When I see some of these things, I'm like, look, it's unfortunate that as old as so many of us are, we never had experiences where our parents had any sexual talks with us. And it's bad. Why is it bad? It's bad because you don't create a free environment for your kids to share things that they've gone through with you. So please, 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 this is going to go a long way. This is going to go a long way. We are going to end this culture of silence. We're going to end it. As young people that would have families in future, it's beautiful you learn this for your own good. It's beautiful that even if you've gone through any of these things, you speak out and you get help. It's also good that you share with your younger ones if your parents may not be able to have that opportunity to share it with them. I remember, okay, I'm going to share this little experience. I remember, yeah, exactly. Call it what it is. I remember, I think, when my younger sister was about entering JS1. Oh, no, I think she was in secondary school. I can't remember exactly what happened. But I chose to teach her some of these things. My mom was lecturing somewhere else, so she may not have had so much time for her, but I was already grown as an adult. So I called her and I explained so many things. Why she's like, really? Look, these kids, they don't know any of these things. But if you know, please, let them know too. So this message is not particularly for parents alone. This message is not for people that have gone through this situation alone. It's for everybody. Teachers in Sunday school, you have younger siblings, you have you are opportune to have kids you can talk to, or even your own kids in future. This is an opportunity for every one of us to learn, to encourage people and to talk about this, to share this message so that we can save a lot of things. I see a lot of abuses going on. There was domestic violence here, there was domestic violence there, and yet the woman could not go away. It is because most of them, their ability to say no has been taken away from them, because these people have been made to accept everything. It's my fault. They blame themselves, they feel guilty, and they feel ashamed to share any experience with anyone. But we are going to make that stop, because we are going to speak out. We are going to speak out. This is something every one of us will know. Okay, so I'm going to read the comments and know what's going on in our mind. Please, I want to know what is going through your mind. If you want to share an experience that would be helpful to anyone, please don't fail to send me an inbox. We don't have to disclose your name. We don't have to disclose anything about you if you don't want that. But one thing, the most important thing I want you to have in mind is that whatever thing that we are doing through this platform is to help someone else. That is my aim. I don't have any aim of coming to expose someone, expose this or that. That is not the aim of this platform. The aim of this platform is to give a voice to that child that cannot speak out. The aim of this thing is to tell every child that they have a right to say no. If I don't like this platform is, if you've gone through this and everyone is telling you keep short about it, you're not supposed to talk about it, this is a shameful thing, it's a family secret. Sweetheart, it's not a family secret, and you shouldn't keep short because your parents are trying to make things look like, oh, we all have a perfect story. Look, it's your life. It's your life. And if you don't speak out, you're going to die in silence. A lot of people begin to speak out when they are 40-something years old, when they are 50-something years old, when they've seen that life does not really, there's nothing to life. I wish I spoke out earlier. I wish I said something earlier. But this is time. This is a platform. This is an opportunity for every one of us to speak out, help someone, and grow from whatever experience that we've gone through and help someone else. So let me read the comments and know what is going through your minds. Yup. Pastor Kiri said, hey, darling. Hello, ma. How are you doing? Hello, how are you doing? Elizabeth Ali said, abuse is all over. Sweetheart, it's all over. It's all over. And one thing I want people to know is that someone has gone through something does not mean he is less of anything. In fact, whatever experience you've gone through or someone is going through, it's a soil. It's a soil to whatever thing that God wants you to achieve in life. An experience gives you a platform, whether good or bad. Some people utilize good experiences. Some people don't even make use of good experiences. Some people utilize bad experiences, and some people don't make use of bad experiences. Experiences, whether good or bad, can make you or mar you. So it's your choice and your decision to do something with whatever experiences you've gone through. So now, if you've gone through any of these things with this platform, I challenge you to let this experience make you a better person, not mar you. So thank you so much. Yeah, abuse is all over, just like he said. Okwa Clement said, let me know when you're traveling to Enugu, Nigeria. I'll be in Enugu by God's grace next 2 weeks, Monday. Next week, Monday, 15th. I should be in Enugu by 18th. So we're going to talk on inbox. Yeah. You can send an inbox. I would get to you. Helen Okufi said, yes, that's true. Yes, it's true. True. Yeah. Okwa said, call it what it is. Exactly. That is one of the topics we're going to be dealing with in this section, where parents call what it is what it is. Stop calling things and making kids scared. when you start being secretive with your child, create an environment for openness. Create a holistic environment for openness where your child can easily share things with you. So that if someone, a neighbor, is doing something to them, they can openly come and say, mommy, this person did this and I didn't like it. And you would know what to start doing immediately. It's unfortunate that some people start being abused when they are as little as 5, till when they are 19, when they are 18, and yet they still keep shut. It's unfortunate. But that's going to come to a stop. Yes. Elizabeth said, that's what I tell Davido. Bite anyone that touches you. Yes, why they like start telling those people, even their caretakers. It's yes, so please. Yes. Elizabeth said, please, what part of Nigeria? Just like I said, I stay in the east, but if there is an opportunity or any platform where we could share this message, but by God's grace, I'm going to be taking it very seriously in my state. I'll do any opportunity I have to share this with people, I would. But if there's any place that we could go to, any part of Nigeria, and there's an opportunity like that, I do not mind traveling to that place and sharing the same message and helping someone over there. So yes, Fakalade said, Yolaimi said, abused people abuse others. This is true. Whatever type of abuse it is, whether sexual, emotional abuse, verbal abuse, anybody that is abused has every tendency of abusing other people. Yes, so true. This silence is indeed a plague. Yes, so it's a plague, Elizabeth. Someone said, great, hello dear. Some say it's our family secret. Yep. It's not any family secret. It's not a family secret. Now, I want us to understand something about talking about things. Before we end for today, it's already 30 minutes, and I wouldn't want us to exceed that. But one thing I want you to understand is this: that you are talking about an issue does not mean that you are trying to destroy. I understand a lot of people try to protect their family. There are some things that are family issues and all that. But one thing I want you to understand is this: you can deal with an issue without bringing someone into it. Now, if you guys decide as a family, maybe the abuser is a family member or something, and you decide to deal with it or talk about it as a family or whatever, but the point is that the issue must be dealt with. The issue must be dealt with. You don't need to go about exposing or destroying someone, because some people can change, right? But if you guys decide to take it all the way, beautiful, take it all the way. But don't take away a child's right. Don't take away something because you are saying it's a family secret. Every child has a right to speak out. Give that person an opportunity to speak out. Give that person an opportunity to say his experience. Don't let a child say, it's a family secret, let's close it, it's a family secret. See, silence is consent. Sometimes when you keep quiet, it's a ripple effect. It continues. The abuser keeps abusing more people. Now, sometimes when you speak out, it's not because you want to embarrass or disgrace anybody. It's because you want to help even the abused and the abuser. Do you understand? Sometimes I feel like some people, maybe it could be a psychological issue. Whatever it is, speaking out must be done. Do you understand? So, yeah, I said I don't want us to exceed 30 minutes. I don't want us to exceed 30 minutes. Okay, thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Let's see the comment. Obina said, if we don't fight this, our children will go through the same. You are so right, sweetheart. You are so right. Do you know that, like, I heard a boy was sharing his story, I think he is on this platform on Facebook, how a church member that is his mother's friend, invited him over to the house. He was seen as this stubborn child that everyone was always complaining about. But do you know that this woman was sexually abusing this young boy to the extent that he caught a sexually transmitted disease? At what age? And guess what? When he spoke out and the mother decided to help him, unfortunately, everybody said he was lying. This boy is a disobedient person, this and that. But it was true. It was true. At times, parents, you have to listen to your kids. You have to listen to them. He went through a lot of things. Everybody said he was lying. So he lived with that guilt, the blame, and the shame. That's not supposed to be. If you keep short, it will keep happening to many more kids. And guess what? We'll keep having dysfunctional relationships, because most of these men that abuse their wives, beat their wives, rape their girls, and all, it's as a result of being abused as kids. Do you see how we produce a dysfunctional society? Because we've condoned the culture of silence. In Nigeria, we don't talk about this kind of thing. In Nigeria, this kind of thing is very this, is very that. Who said so? In Nigeria, people don't deal with things like this. It's because we have adopted the culture of silence and we think everything should be kept short. We are putting that to a stop in Nigeria. It's going to come to a stop. Nigeria is not a country that would condone any evil. It's because we've chosen to condone it as people and everybody condones it. But no, we are speaking out. Whatever it is, we are speaking out. Do we understand? And that's what we're going to do. So stop saying, in Nigeria, we don't talk about this kind of thing. In Nigeria, this and that. No. Wherever it is, we are going to talk about it. It's something that is eating deep. A lot of kids are going through it and everyone is keeping short. In classrooms, they are going through it. They go to church, some Sunday school teachers do it to them. They go to lessons, some Sunday lesson teachers do it to them. Even at home, the house help or house girl or house boy you brought still do it to them. And you say it's something we should all fold our hands and let them go on with that. No. It should come to a stop. It should come to a stop. Yeah. Gift said, very true, Clement, yeah. Precious said, you are really dishing out your gifts to the world. Keep it up. I appreciate God's work in your life. Thank you so much, Precious. Odo said, that's exactly the problem we have. True talk, my sister. Yeah. Now, Sobilev said, God bless you. Came in late. Oh, it's okay, but I believe we're all learning. Well done, sweetie. I joined late though. No, Sobilev said, sexual abuse has taken away a lot of children's innocence and childhood. This degenerates to producing a broken and dysfunctional adult if help is not rendered. You're so true. So true. You're right. And this really makes me very sad. But guess what? We are producing a society where we are saying no to any of these things. Imagine if everybody that has gone through this is saying something. No, this cannot happen. And you're becoming more careful. You're teaching kids how to be self-aware. In your Sunday school, you're very careful about how teachers handle kids. You're very careful in classroom. Teachers in school are being more careful and more detailed with their kids. See, handling kids is very sensitive. But it's something people don't understand. We just handle them anyhow and a lot of things go on. Some kids that have been abused by house help come into school and begin to abuse other kids around. But come on, that's coming to a stop. We've stayed up to 30 minutes and we're going to be sorry. But now I've introduced this and I've told us what we intend to do. I'll be going to Nigeria and we are intending to take this to as many places as we can. Starting from the east, we're going to keep talking about it. We're going to make articles on it. People will be sharing their experiences and we're going to be saying it, because we are coming to put this to a stop. If you would want to join in any way, you want to participate in any way, please don't fail to inbox me. I will share ideas with you and you bring in your own ideas too and we get to work. So thank you so much everyone for being with me this evening. If you have any comments or anything you would want to say, beautiful. Oh, Adelaja said, that's my elder sister. She said, most times family use religion, culture to cover up such topics. So true. It's unfortunate. Sometimes some families use religion and be like, forgive the person. If you are forgiving the person, you are not even interested in, has this girl or this child or this boy gone out of that experience? Has he really healed from the experience? Your interest is how to cover up the child. If you see the poster that we made, somebody was asking, why did you use a chaplet and all that? It's because some people use religion to cover up the mouth of a child. Some people take away. Some people, you see the sweet somebody put, is because some people use gifts to cover up the mouth of a child. They give them money. They give them gifts. They tell them things. Don't ever tell anybody about it. I'm the only person allowed to touch you. Okay, yeah, we are back. Sorry about that. The internet went out a little, but I think we should round up. That's actually like a signal to just round up. So as I was saying before, a lot of people use culture and religion to shut the mouth of kids. But we're going to put all that to a stop. Just like I said before, if you would want to join us in this campaign, if you would want to help in this, in Nigeria, anywhere you are, as I said, I'll be in Nigeria for about a month. and we'll be doing a lot of campaign on this, and we'll be helping a lot of people. It's not about the campaign, it's not about the awareness. The most important thing is personally helping these people. I'm not interested in let's go and do awareness and all that. That's beautiful, awareness is good, but I'm very, very interested in helping people personally, people that are going through it, and how parents can help prevent this too. So thank you so much everyone for joining me this evening. I'm so grateful, and I appreciate every one of you. Let's keep speaking out and let's do something about child sexual abuse. Thank you so much. Hello Fabi, finally you are here, but you're here late, but it's fine, you can always rewatch the video. Thank you so much for joining. Have a beautiful weekend. Bye.